This is Josiah Plays Rue Valley. Not from the same creators of Disco Elysium, but heavily inspired by it, as we will see. But will it be good? Will it live up to the game that it is inspired by? We're going to find out. Disclaimer. We do not support the use of unprescribed, purple or otherwise, medication for mental health and warn you to avoid such things in real life. I understand. Define character personality. Available personality points. 9. Oh, look at this. Decisional. Resolute. Calculated. Impulsive. You feel neither calculated nor impulsive, but alert and confident. If only you could stay in this state of perfect focus. Huh. Each one of these has its own little description. Your behavior could barely be described as impulsive, but it's true you're not afraid to follow your gut. What does this mean, switch traits? Oh, I could be reckless or impatient. Being called quite impulsive is just another way of saying you're a doer, not a thinker. Yeah, definitely not a thinker. You're a very impulsive person, no question. Why make plans at all when you'll either change or abandon them mid-execution anyway? You're so extremely heedless and restless, you probably won't finish. You wouldn't really call yourself calculated. You just prefer to think before you act. Yes, you're somewhat calculated, but what's wrong with finding patterns and recognizing connections? You know you're pretty calculated. You're often overthinking stuff and generally very cautious. You're very calculated. You have a plan and a backup plan, and you'll keep reevaluating and upgrading both of them, even when it comes to tying your shoelaces. They may call you too calculated. But what if they're only saying it to confuse you? What's in it for them? Better think it over. I feel like the calculated side is Saito. I may be a little bit impulsive. Then we've got social. Ambiverted, you're neither introverted nor extroverted, and you feel equally fine completely alone as you do surrounded by a huge crowd of people. Being barely introverted, you're fine with socializing most of the time, but communication does leave you exhausted sometimes. As only a somewhat introverted person, you can endure being in the company of others. You can't perfectly hide how you really feel about it. You're quite introverted, but you still enjoy being in crowds sometimes. 2 could be considered a crowd, right? As a very introverted individual, you neither enjoy nor know how to communicate with others, especially strangers. You're so extremely introverted that you'd rather avoid the company of others altogether if it was possible. As a barely extroverted person, you have no problem with spending time alone, but sharing the highs and lows of life with someone else is always preferable. You're somewhat extroverted. You often actively seek ways to prolong conversation more than is strictly necessary. Yes, you're quite extroverted, but not to the extent that leaves people nonplussed. Plus, it's more of a plus. A +3 to be precise. Ba-dum-tsh. Being a very extroverted person only means you're assertive and open, not pushy and vain. Am I right, or am I right? As an extremely extroverted person, you seek others and their attention at all costs. Only with them and through them is your existence meaningful. Wow, that was pretty bad. Arrogant or nosy? I guess arrogant. Hmm. Emotional. Sensitive or indifferent? You're aware of emotions and don't pretend they are not important, but you won't let them overwhelm you. You're not that sensitive, but you're not afraid of embracing emotions, both your own and those of other people. As a somewhat sensitive person, you easily empathize with others and are prone to surrender to your own emotions. Being quite a sensitive person, you see life as a struggle, especially when they tell you to just chill. As a highly sensitive person, you recognize life for what it is, a constant roller coaster of joy and suffering. In your experience, mostly suffering. If I told you you're hypersensitive, you'd surely burst into tears, and for a good reason. It's the most horrible curse, and there's no one to blame for it but yourself. Or you can be on the indifferent side. You're not that indifferent of a person, but you do find it easy to distance yourself from emotions, both yours and those of other people. Being a somewhat indifferent person means you realize that emotions exist, but you usually ignore them. You're quite indifferent, and you've been told that you act like you're divorced from any emotion, but you never really thought of yourself as a cold, uncaring person. They say you're an awfully indifferent guy, but you couldn't care less. No need for acting or fake smiles, or real smiles for that matter. Being extremely indifferent means you're a stone surrounded by the chaos of the world's emotions. Nothing touches you. Alright, what do I think will be fun to play? Uh, Maybe I'll go with nosy, reckless, and dramatic. Alright, I think we're gonna go with this. Yeah, let's go with this. It's 8 p.m. The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room. Total lack of motivation. It's not that you don't want to do all sorts of things. It's more like you lack the capacity to even initiate most of them. Now that's the story of my life. What is left of you is a creature driven by its basic needs and quirks. Reckless. On their deathbed, people mostly regret the things they haven't done. So you do your best to die in a freak accident instead of in bed. Nosy. You're a social creature. Being interested in other people's lives just proves you're not self-centered. Dramatic. People may prefer comedy, but life only writes dramas. Okay. This now. Oh. Let's continue, please. Alright, so we're in an old motel room, and I don't know if this is like a psychiatrist or something.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. The personality traits determine your dialogue options. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by that same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing a character with a real personality. Remember, it doesn't matter how low your starting combat score and endurance are. You can always find a way to win. I'm not sure. I feel as if I just went through character creation. Maybe I should just be like wildly dishonest as much as I can. Yes, you have my full attention. He smiles.
Mr. Harrell, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Status effects. Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effects your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. So total lack of motivation is a problem for me. Slight lack of motivation? More like total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality access that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select a trait to see what it is and what it does. I understand.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence, and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside, only making the moment more uncomfortable. Okay, I can't say I'm fine because I'm too dramatic. I'll try.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm.
Hey, what's up, Dennis? How you doing? This is a new game called Rue Valley that just came out. That's like it's like Disco Elysium, or it's supposed to be like it. I don't know how much it's going to be like it, but it's inspired by it anyway. You're good? Good.
However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
What kind of a voice should my character have, Nox, since I'm impulsive, extroverted, and sensitive? And dramatic. I'm dramatic. No, I don't want to do anything so extreme as like bitter quip or like jubilation. I'm not gonna sing all of my lines either. What does this guy look like? He doesn't look very impulsive and extroverted. He looks kind of bummed out. But maybe that's just because he has a total lack of motivation. It's not going to be another guest. How wonderful to meet you. Another guest? How wonderful to meet you. No, I can't do that voice through the whole game. I can't do it. Maybe I'll just do something like this. You remember when I played Disco Elysium, I did some kind of, when I played Disco Elysium, I think I did a voice like this. Yeah. But that's a little much for this guy. Maybe something a little bit more relaxed. A little bit more relaxed. But then he doesn't really sound that dramatic or extroverted. I don't want to be so over the top with the dramatic that it's obnoxious. What if I'm sort of an uptight British guy? Could he be a British guy? Oh, yes. Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives? But he doesn't really look quite like that voice, does he? Kind of a high-strung British guy. Corn King of Appalachia? I don't even remember what the Corn King of Appalachia voice was. What if I am kind of a little bit Slavic or something? Hey. I am over the dramatic, what? I kind of want to do that one. Something like that. Alright, what am I going to answer? Is it on PS5? You should get it then. It wasn't very expensive. Why do we have to do this here, in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the clan's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone. Yet. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
Let's be nosy. So, you live here? He smiles.
I'm flattered that you're interested in getting to know more about me. But we're not here to discuss my life. In fact, getting personal may derail our progress. Any other questions?
Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us. Anything else?
Can't you simply state that I'm fine, so we can both move on with our lives?
Mr. Harrow.
He looks you straight in the eye. Oh, the voice acting stopped. You know very well that it is out of the question. To dismiss you right at the start would be negligence on my part, to say the least. Besides, I am your therapist now, and when I see a person in need, I cannot ignore that. Not professionally, not personally. He looks away, stern-faced.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to start now.
He glances at the clock, almost too fast for you to notice.
All right then. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
This guy's terrible at his job. I still have a total lack of motivation. He didn't do shit to motivate me. Thanks for nothing, pal. Okay. Oh, I'm outside. Next to you is the source of the clangs you heard from inside. A young woman beating up an old vending machine. Nice.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Run. Use 2 times to run. I understand.
Spit it out already!
Is there like a save your game type of thing? Okay.
Come on, you thief!
So I can interact with this car. I can interact with the ice machine. I can interact with... They're like
I'll break you open if I
pressing
have to.
tab. Okay, but I can't interact with the motorcycle. I can interact with her or the machine. I can interact with whatever the hell this thing is. She's pounding the life out of the poor machine. Oh, cool. Graphics 44. I have a feeling you're about to get stomped by vicious hooves. Because I have a total lack of motivation, I can't even talk with her. But I am nosy, so I'm going to observe her actions closely. The first tutorial mechanic to teach someone with a total lack of motivation is to run. True, Nox. She's completely focused on the ancient machine, and mumbling something under her breath. From time to time, though, a grunt or a few words are loud enough to make out.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Could she be here for therapy as well? Oh, the NATO defense, gotcha. Who knows, but unlike you, she definitely looks like she needs it. Nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump, regardless of their mental state. And yet, what is to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go? There must be a better way to help a distressed person. Perhaps you could speak with her, see if you could help somehow. But I can't, or is that too much to ask right now? It's too much to ask! But what can I do with the machine?
Spit it out already!
An old vending machine bleached by years
Come
in the
on,
sun.
you thief!
Okay. So if I click
I'll
once, I
break you
walk.
open if I have to.
If I click twice, oh, that's way too fast. I'm not even remotely motivated enough to run that fast, you guys. Is this my car?
Give me my coffee,
It's
you
your
jerk.
car, sad and miserable, just like you.
Spit it out already!
The machine wheezes in suffering.
Come on, you thief!
Room number 1. Looks like there's nobody
I'll break you
inside.
open if I have to.
It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. Serpent hype? Like a sleeping serpent. Let's see if we can get ourselves a big old fire snake
Give me
in
my
chat.
coffee, you jerk.
Hey, Splode is here. You just subscribed. Again. Thank you, Splode. I appreciate it. I haven't streamed in a while. Good to see you, Splode. Thank you so much for subscribing.
You thief.
Okay, so this lights up a different color than the other things I can interact with, which leads me to believe that it will transition me to a different scene. I've played video games before, and that's just what I'm guessing.
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
On the one hand, walking around this slowly is a little bit obnoxious. On the other hand, actually running like this feels entirely inappropriate given my character's total lack of motivation. Yeah, all is well, Splode. Good to see you. This is a fresh game. It just came out, and it's obviously heavily inspired by Disco Elysium, but not from the same developers. I've never heard of the studio that actually made it, but it was published by Alcat, whom I'm a big fan of. No bus until tomorrow. Looks uncomfortable. Can I? Oh, I can. I can Diablo run. I can just hold down the button and move the mouse. Diablo run. Whoa, I don't want to leave the area though. Now, that's interesting. That's lighting up yellow too, or orange, but clearly it's not going to transition to another scene with the dumpster, right? Is there a quick save? Oh, there's a quick save. Game of the year. Game of the year. As soon as I pressed F5 and it quick saved, game of the year. That's all I ask for, really. Hey, Aquabrow, how you doing? Welcome.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Alright, secret cow level. Maybe it's in this dumpster, Nox. Plastic bottles, some empty, others half empty. A partially eaten breakfast. That is really loud. Some old clothes, torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange soda. Okay, what kind of sound is that? Is that ambient volume? I think it's ambient volume, and I think it needs to calm down a little bit. It's just as loud, isn't it? Hold on. Ambient. Nice, nice. It must be sound effects volume. I don't know. I can't tell if it's actually any quieter. You were spamming Aqua's DM to join the stream. Nice, Dennis. Yeah, Splode. Haven't seen Splode in a while. Okay. All covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange soda. And this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. Remember, my character is dramatic, so I'm gonna stomp on my distorted image in the puddle. Hundreds of tiny ripples form in the puddle, but instead of obscuring your identity, even more details of your face emerge. Decades worth of new wrinkles appear, and the poignant expression of a man lost in time becomes even more apparent. The longer you look, the more you see it, the reflection of your inner self. That's not what is inside me! Defiantly step into the puddle and onto yourself. As you stand still... Oh, I got a soggy sock status. As you stand still in the middle of the smelly puddle, the liquid slowly sneaks through your left shoe and into your sock. while your reflection reverts to a calm, normal one. Okay, so I can't do this because I'm too dramatic. Okay, I have soggy sock now. Your left foot is trapped in a clammy prison. Its nauseating dampness mocking your attempts to move and seeping deeper into your very being with every other step you make. Disgusted by moist foot, squishing sound while walking. Mistakes were made, guys. Remember, I'm not trying to play this smart. This is just like my Disco Elysium playthrough. I tried to make the most outlandish and sort of like problem-causing character. So I'm intentionally gonna do dumb stuff throughout the whole thing because that's funnier. Damn it! Stomping the ground in frustration.
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
What do I do about my soggy sock?
Spit it out already.
It's just trash. No need to contemplate it any further. Just walk away. Okay.
Come on, you thief. I'll break you
Looks
open if I have to.
uncomfortable. Really going to town on that vending machine. So this is the Rue Valley Motel. Free Wi-Fi, AC, phone, clean rooms, cable TV, vending machine.
Give me my coffee, you
Seems
jerk.
like a completely standard motel. Oh, what's going on over here?
Spit it out already.
The transformer is buzzing softly.
Come on, you thief. I'll break you open if I have to.
I kind of like trundling along. Oh, there's something on the wall here. The colors have been bleached by the sun, but you can still make out the image of an orange setting sun, as well as the words Rue Valley written above the illustration. Inspect the illustration. The picture is quite detailed, but the colors have been obliterated by the sun, making it impossible to discern the main subject, let alone the finer details. You squint your eyes and try to make sense of the confusing shapes, but everything seems blurred and distorted. However, as you keep looking, you finally start to see a magnificent stage, a ballerina dancing gracefully, a lively group of musicians, and an audience dressed in formal attire. Let's inspect the ballerina. A ballerina wearing a tutu stands in the center of the poster, on point, with her arms gracefully extended above her head, almost like she's waving to you. Trundling is atmospheric, is it not, Nox? I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and there was a guy, he was a British guy. I don't even remember which YouTuber it was, or even what the video was about, but I remember he said the phrase "put paid" randomly in the middle of what he was saying, as if it was just very casual, like something he says all the time. Let's check out the stage. The stage is adorned with elegant curtains, and a strange chandelier is hanging from the edge of the poster. Look at the orchestra. The varnished wood of the violins is reflecting the orange hues of the setting sun. The curved bodies of cellos stand tall and proud, and the trumpet player holds his instrument with arched back, his silhouette reminiscent of a tree struck by lightning. The audience? The men appear to be dressed in tuxedos, the women in elegant evening gowns. They seem to be fixated on the stage, their overly stylized faces seemingly expressing a range of emotions from awe to excitement. Yeah, exactly, Aquabrow. Continue. Spacebar will continue, by the way. How did a poster for such a highbrow event end up on a wall of a rundown motel in the middle of nowhere? Something is odd here. I could re-examine it, but I don't have enough motivation. Man, this game is just a simulation of my life right now. I have no time for this.
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
So I believe... No, I'm trundling. I can try to go that way. I have a feeling it won't actually let me go that way. Let's find out. Quick save. The sun still burns as bright as if it was in zenith, its heat absorbed by asphalt. You won't get far without a car. Let's stare at the road for a while. A feeling of longing and restlessness starts to well up inside you. You can't help but wonder what lies beyond the horizon, beyond the limits of this suffocating desert. But even if you weren't trapped here, you wouldn't go. You may long for the sense of adventure that comes with being on the road, but all you can do is stand and stare and wish for what could have become of the young man that you once were a long time ago. I'm just playing my life right now, you guys. This is just me simulator so far. Oh yeah, no bus until tomorrow. Okay. I believe we've got the door into the office and the stairs to up top. Gotta get some motivation somehow.
Spit it out already.
Oh, it's actually letting me go up. I thought it was gonna be like, you don't feel like climbing the stairs. Impossible! hopefully dude's not gonna be all like, impossible all the time. Like in that one game. What was that game called, Nox? A door marked with the number 5. Of course we knock. A stocky man in his 50s opens the door. Yes? Sorry, wrong door. No problem.
Give me my coffee.
Next door. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Witness me! Let's try the knob. You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. Let's try it again. Still locked.
Spit it out already. Come on, you thief.
Okay.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Can't mess with the bicycle. I can't try to knock on any more doors.
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
There's a bucket there. There's a... Okay, so my only option now... I
Spit
can't
it
mess
out
with...
already.
That must be her motorbike. Motorbike? Who says motorbike? I don't know.
Come on, you thief. I'll break you open if I have to.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down?
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the person on the other side of the call. This says social check. How's the porridge level? Porridge level is high. Ice level is high. Alright. I guess we'll try to get her attention. The hell, you're too extroverted. How can you be too extroverted to get someone's attention? It's easy. Just be loud enough and she won't be able to ignore you. Which one of these is more dramatic? This is more dramatic. Hi, I need to get into my room. speaking over her. He turns towards you, clearly insulted for being interrupted mid-sentence.
Please sit down, sir. I'll be with you in a moment.
Before you get a chance to say anything, she returns to her call, with no sign that she's about to end it in a moment, or anytime soon for that matter. Obviously, we're nosy, so we're going to eavesdrop on her conversation. In a bout of curiosity, you lean closer and prick up your ears, hoping you'll catch what the other person is saying too. Alas, what little you manage to comprehend is the unmistakable drone of customer support, their bored soul thinly veiled by artificial cheer, uttering platitudes so dull you'd prefer listening to cardboard decompose.
Mm-hmm.
She responds to the person on the other end. Soon your curiosity subdues as your attention slowly breaks down, but you still keep mindlessly listening to the receptionist's call for some time.
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
She says to her conversation partner, clearly annoyed. Killing time. Time in the game does not progress outside of dialogue, so that's just like Disco Elysium. So in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. Okay. A lot of stuff in here. That looks like a cozy
Of course
chair.
it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't access reservations.
Alright, let's...
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fixed. Can you just...
A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now.
No, I don't want a customer satisfaction survey.
Oh, you let me go right in here. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff. A lot of random boxes in all shapes and sizes. Some of them are labeled Ben. One says documentation. I guess I don't need to do anything with these right now. Look in the boxes. Impossible. What's going on here? The relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass. Beyond is the endless flat of the desert. Its vastness is hypnotizing. Alright, hold on. Let's not go staring out the
Hi,
window
yes,
just yet.
Coral Destiny Antenna, Rue Valley Motel. Oh, case number? It's 6AUG27. The text said it'd be up by noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now.
The reception desk is covered with random stuff. Let's check out the leaflets. A picture of a huge rocket and a group of people in red jumpsuits cheering with bottles of water. Above it all, the Coral Destiny logo. Look at the other side. A picture of an endless desert. The caption at the bottom reads, "Free bottled water for the people of Rue Valley, courtesy of Coral Destiny, your favorite space agency." I'm going to take it. Inventory. Items you pick up are presented here. While not in dialogue, you can select them and interact with them. Also, some items will show more information on their icon. For example, availability of internet connection on your phone or battery level. I'm going to grab the cheap-looking pen. The clerk is laser-focused on her call, and she doesn't even notice you've grabbed the pen. If you wanted to snatch her attention as well, you've failed. I'm going to recklessly pocket the pen. A sudden outburst of kleptomania overcomes you, but luckily the receptionist is so out of it that she doesn't even notice your misdemeanor.
Yes, your colleagues already suggested I reboot the modem. I even tried a backup router.
She says to her conversation partner, clearly annoyed. Yeah, the graphic style, the art style, everything looks a lot like Disco. Oh, now that I have a cheap pen, I can doodle something. Well, you're one cheap plastic pen richer now, but you're still bored out of your skull. Let's leave.
Physical antenna. Yes. On the roof. Yes, the
So I can
roof.
stare out the window. I can sit in the
What do you mean
chair.
it's settled? I need the internet. Could you...
But look at my inventory. Picture of a huge rocket. Oh. I could read the leaflet to kill some time. Oh, I could fold it into an airplane and send it flying if I was a little more motivated. Okay. What can I do with the pen? A cheap promotional pen with the Coral Destiny logo. Nothing here. So this is my phone?
Transfer me to billing. Why would... No, this isn't about payment. Hello?
The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect. Okay, before we mess with that, let's see. The only other thing I haven't clicked on in here is this chair. Chair looks very old, but sturdy. I'll sit down. Not motivated enough to stand. Chair is not a bed, but let's be honest, it's better than standing. Alright, let's mess with my phone now that I'm in a chair. With a gentle touch, the phone screen turns on again. Let's play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists, whatever that is. Never mind. Back to the phone. Scroll through my feed to kill some time? Yeah, let's do that. You start scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, beach photos of ex-acquaintances, and poorly targeted sponsored posts. Scroll some more. In one picture, a grinning middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby. Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport donkey ears. Scroll some more. In an overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors. They often turn out to be unintentional double entendres. Hilarity ensues. Continue scrolling. After a while, you realize that neither the pictures nor the posts are loading correctly. Check the signal. 1 bar, but you get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Hey, Frog Guy, how you doing? Yes, this is not one of my frequent, regularly scheduled streams. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi, you won't get much internet here. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end. The phone also has a total lack of motivation, that's right.
Hi, yes, my problem... Again? Rue Valley Motel, Coral Destiny antenna. Yes? Okay.
She says to the person on the other end. Let's check out this leaflet some more. We're gonna read it to kill some time. Until she finishes the call. You start to read the tiny letters that contain everything you're not interested in. It reminds you of times you forgot your phone while going to the bathroom, and were forced to read blurbs from cleaning products and air fresheners. Why do people read in the bathroom? Like, what are you doing in the bathroom that you have time to just read? Like, It's so weird. Like, of all the places, I don't know. I don't read in the bathroom, let's put it that way. Oh, let's get dramatic. Oh, if only I had this masterpiece back then. Come on. That bug spray had a very funny comic book spiraling around the can. Can't even imagine what people had to go through before smartphones were invented. Yeah, and how about before cleaning products and air fresheners? Consider yourself lucky that you have a small piece of literature with rockets and spacemen. Read on. At Coral Destiny, we believe innovation should serve the everyday needs of the communities around us. That's why we proudly provide fresh, purified bottled water, completely free of charge, to the residents of Rue Valley. Delivered regularly and held to the highest quality standards, our water is just one example of how we're committed to a healthier, brighter future right here on Earth. Wow, they give out bottled water. What amazing philanthropists. You need to start looking for employment? Okay, that's good. Hopefully you find something good. You haven't read entire novels on the John, or a zine, or a little Bukowski? No. Look, here's my thoughts. Either I'm pissing, which means I'm standing up, and I'm not going to read something then, or I'm dropping deuce, in which case, like, I don't want to be holding a book, and then what do you, like, do you just read it while you're waiting for everything to come out, and then you proceed to the wiping? Or are you literally reading and wiping at the same time? You get, like, the book in one hand, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, I don't want my books or my magazines or anything. It's not that I have any magazines, but if I did, I don't want them, like, in the bathroom where there's a bunch of water and, like, I don't know, like, bodily fluid residue in the air or whatever. I don't know what's in there. I just know that I don't want to store any of my reading materials in that room. Nor do I want to, like, take the chance of, like, touching one of my books or other reading materials while I have questionable substances on my hands. Like, just, no. It's not a place for reading. So that's my story on that. But you keep a spoon nearby. No, not a spoon, a knife. Don't be ridiculous. A spoon. Storing my toothbrush in that room. I mean, my toothbrush actually has, like, a little shield around the top of it, like a little plastic bubble that just kind of snaps shut around the, you know, the part with the bristles. You just take it off when you want to use it, and then you put it back on. Goblins do keep reading materials in their bathrooms, though they're typically spell books. Ah, yes. The Goblin Spellbook Wiper. Alright, healthier, brighter future right here on Earth. Let's keep reading. There's more ad lingo, but a nicely framed quote catches your eye. We're proud to share our resources with Rue Valley. Providing clean water is a small part of our mission to uplift the communities that inspire our work. They're really proud of themselves about this water. Isabel Watson, Chief Executive Officer, Coral Destiny. Is she gonna be like the Evrart of this game? Let's keep reading. You struggle to find more content with at least the same level of excitement. Nevertheless, time begins to pass. In before AI-generated mission statement. Yes. You finish books in the bathroom? It's weird. Time begins to pass. Like in general, I don't want objects that have been in the bathroom to ever be in other rooms. And I don't want to take objects into and out of the bathroom. Now, there's some things that are unavoidable, like the clothes that I'm wearing. But, you know, you can't do a lot about that. I mean, I guess you could strip naked every time before you go in the bathroom at all. But that would be kind of overkill. I'm not like that neurotic. Nevertheless, time begins to pass. The small leaflet can only keep you occupied for a short while. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless. I do occasionally take my phone into the bathroom, but I always feel bad about it. Like, I'm not happy to take my phone into the bathroom. Whenever possible, I like to not take my phone into the bathroom. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless.
I understand, but the text said today.
She complains to the person on the other side of the call. Well, we've checked out the leaflet. Let's go back to the phone. So if I don't have internet, I don't know if I can play this game, but I'm going to try. The first wave... Oh wow, the game has music. The first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists appears on your phone screen. I'll touch one of them. Okay, some of the sound effects in this game do not give the slightest fuck about my settings. Like those loud buzzing flies and now this. They're like, oh, did you turn down ambient volume or sound effects volume? We don't care. LOL. You tap the one carrying a golden fork, and he instantly turns into an amorphous purple splotch. A matching splotching sound effect plays at the same time, further confirming that the bow tie wearing, golden fork carrying antagonist is no more. I guess I'm supposed to squash them all. Sigh and continue squashing them. As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly across the screen, a group of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Let's tap the pile of boxes. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guys keep gathering around. Keep squashing them. As soon as you're about to get the one with the goatee, a slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and pocket watch enters the play area. Tap on the big guy. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. The tip of your finger slips and you almost drop your phone. You look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat and see that the whole screen is taken up by bold, fat letters saying, Temporal disruption. I'm reckless. I'm done with this. With a quick swipe and a finger flick, the game is gone and you're back staring at your old wallpaper. Time goes by and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Miss Heard? No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl ends her eternal call.
Oh, Oh, I'm so sorry for the wait. That was a super important call and I had to take it right now. There was literally no other way. Hopefully you didn't mind waiting.
Ooh. Do I want to be nosy or dramatic? I mean, I know what the call was about, so asking what was the call about seems kind of stupid. So let's be dramatic. It felt like hours.
I'm very sorry about it.
She makes a face as if she's about to burst into tears. Is she mocking you?
All right then, let's get you into your room.
The sudden enthusiasm in her voice catches you unawares. What's the deal with this girl?
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything's ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
this is your key card.
Thank you. Reach toward the key card. Impulsive. One does not wait for a key card. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and is excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Sorry, I can't patiently listen to her story. I am too reckless. Snatch the key card from her hand. She stops in the middle of a sentence with a shocked expression on her face.
Wow. All right.
She puts some kind of document on the counter.
I'll need your signature here.
She looks all over the counter, then under it, puzzled. Oh, it's because I took the pen. She's looking for the pen that I stole. Awesome.
Sorry, there was supposed to be a pen, but I must have misplaced it. Just a moment, I'll find you another one.
I love this. No need. I have my own. Take out the pen you took earlier.
Oh, you have one of those pens too. What a coincidence. So your signature goes here.
Sign the document.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Alright. I have a key card. A simple key card with Rue Valley Motel and Room 6 printed on it. Okay. Anything else I can do here?
How can I help you, Mr. Harrow?
Who's the stocky guy staying in room 5? She giggles. Recognize him? Yep, that's Jason Burns. She pauses, watching for a reaction, then leans in and whispers, almost apologetically. Pulling back, she adds, he's currently our only other guest besides you. So, what do you think of him?
Well, he's been a regular here at the motel, visiting every now and then for years now. And despite what everybody says about him, I think he's a very kind and polite person.
So arbitrary which lines are voiced and which ones aren't. Why is he called the dumper?
Don't tell me you don't know about it. I mean, yeah, the whole thing is not so important to folks outside Rue Valley, but still.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, wow. Let me see if I can explain. So, one day when I was like 3 or 4, people turned on their taps, and instead of clean water, this black, nasty stuff came out. Soon, it turned out that the Rue River aquifer, the source of all our water, had been polluted. People were furious. There were protests, town meetings, lawsuits, everything. It was a huge deal. That's when Jason Burns' name came up. He previously worked for Apex Ore as some kind of waste manager, and they said he was the one responsible for all of it. That he dumped a bunch of chemicals into the ground and let them leak into the aquifer. After that, people started calling him the Dumper. It stuck.
Makes sense. That story really holds water. I don't know. I guess that guy's all washed up.
And, well, the water is still bad, so, yeah, I forgot to tell you, don't drink it.
That's why the bottled water from the company is so important, I guess. She grins. When did he arrive at the motel?
Oh, today, about an hour before you got here. Just a half an hour later, he came back down asking if I could clean, dry, and iron his shirt before 8.
And then the druids came by, cast purify food and water, and everyone lived happily ever after. Yeah. And they reincarnated the dead.
He said he'd do it himself, but had to leave the motel immediately because of an unexpected urgent call.
Oh, those urgent calls. You know how that goes.
There was a blood stain on his shirt, but luckily our washing and drying machine has this super quick anti-stain setting.
A blood stain?
Yeah, but he didn't seem hurt or anything. Don't worry.
Everyone lived ever after, happily omitted purposefully. Nice.
And the machine handled it perfectly. In under 40 minutes, the shirt was spotless and dry. So I managed to iron it and drop it off to his room half an hour before the deadline.
She gives a small, triumphant smile. Clearly proud of a job well done. Oh, we get an opportunity to use an emote here. That's super fast. Super fast.
Glad you think so too. Anyway, he returned and hasn't come out of his room since.
Where do you think he went in the meantime?
I don't know. He took a shuttle toward Bothwood and came back the same way.
I guess I just leave then. I don't say anything else. I don't say goodbye or thank you. I just bounce. Okay. Can I sit in the chair again? The sturdy chair hasn't changed or moved. I guess I don't have a reason to. The relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass. Okay. So let's, I got my pen. Get out of here. So, I guess that's my room up there, number 6. She's... Oh, I can move with WASD too? I don't even have to click with the mouse. Oh, look, she's gone. She's no longer bounding on this thing. WASD. Oh, and I can use shift to run while WASDing. Alright, so it's got both control schemes that you would want. It's good. I guess it's time to go to my room because there's nothing else I can do that, as far as I can tell. Let's talk to the dumper again real quick. You wait for a while, but nothing happens. You wait for a while, but nothing happens. You wait for a while, but nothing happens. I would love it if it was like, if you did it like 10 times, something happens. You always wonder with something like this in these games, like, did they put an Easter egg in? Like, if you knock on the door 100 times, you know, because some games do that. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but the number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Unlock the door with your key card. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Enter the room. Alright, here's my room. In my room, I have another comfy chair. This armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Fink's room. Sit down for a minute. You sit on the chair and accept its coziness. Let's get up. I'm not motivated enough to sit. We have... Oh, what's that on the wall? A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase. The smallest one you own. I am not motivated enough to open this suitcase. This is totally my real life simulator. I did play a game not too long ago where clicking 10 times on the first sign unlocked hard mode. Nice. I can't deal with this now. Yeah, it's such a chore, but if you don't open it, how will you replace your damp sock with a dry one? The more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel even harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Yes, this is my life. This is every day for me. Do you really want to trudge back down into that deep black pit, accompanied by the squishing sound of your wet sock? It's my destiny to repeat this vicious cycle of misery and regret. Put the seatbelt suitcase away. Well, living out of your suitcase is the surest way to feel transient. This way you can at least continue telling yourself that the therapy will be over soon. Trundle instead of trudge? Yes, I was trundling earlier. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. More like a prison! Well, now you could describe it that way too. So now I can use the bed, but let's check out the bathroom first. Okay. Toilet, not usable. There's a sink and there's a mirror. This reminds me of the bathroom in Disco Elysium. There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. A small cup is on the shelf. Look at the mirror. The mirror's splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. You know that face too well. No need to discern every little detail. Truth be told, you'd prefer not to look at it. Cox, you consider searching for toilet knife, but totally lack the motivation to do so. Stranger, who looks exactly like you, is looking you straight in the eye. So I think the sink and the mirror are two separate, are the same thing. Because when I click on the sink, it brings up the thing for the mirror. I guess there's nothing I can do in here right now. So maybe it's bedtime then. Let's save. Despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillow, the bed reeks of dust and age. I can't crawl into the bed because I'm too reckless. I'm so reckless I have to just fall onto the bed dramatically. I am so weary. You fall into the bed with all your weight. It croaks and squirms, and a cloud of dust and skin particles rises up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easy. I've already looked at those other things. I'm just going to close my eyes and hope sleep will come. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. I can't check who's calling. I'm too reckless. Answer it.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
First name's Eugene, apparently. The line crackles heavily, as if the man is speaking from the distant past. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy?
Ulterior, Mr. Harrow, with an umlaut. And please don't let the name fool you. We are the most respectable yet cutting-edge agency, which means we work on the edge of, but still inside, the established legal framework. In fact, we are the leader in our field.
Uh-oh. That's you after a long day working? Nice.
Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it. So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
All right.
Now that's what I like to hear. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, you truly are a man of action. I'll write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly. Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Tschüss!
Don't know what that means. Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. I think I just agreed to something bad. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. I guess I could mess with my phone a little bit more. Scroll through my feed. Actually, never mind. Let's just close my eyes. Time passes. And as your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Still simulation of my life. Oh, what's going on here now? It's the mind map. Memories. This is your mind map. It is a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by selecting and activating it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory. Ooh. So if I zoom out... Alright, so this is my mind map. This says fixation, impression, plan, note. Are these just random words that are just popping up, or do these actually mean something? They seem like just kind of random words. But the location of them doesn't seem to matter. Okay, so I get nothing by just mousing over these. And no information. I have to actually click on one. Well, let's click on this one way over here by itself. Can't save at this moment. Oh, this is Jason Burns. Memory. The stocky man is named Jason the Dumper Burns. He's a regular at the motel and seems to have quite the reputation in Rue Valley, being somehow connected to Apex ore and the contamination of the Rue River aquifer. He's staying in Motel Room 5. Okay, so there's no, like, unactivating him. Wait, is there? Vending machine vandal. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Or her? It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. Vending machine vandal. A young woman apparently holds some kind of grudge against the vending machine in the motel's parking lot. So, I don't know, it said something about them being active or inactive. Maybe they're just all active after I've clicked on them. I don't have to, like, pick certain ones to be, like, in my head or whatever. From the, what does it say? Robin Fleming. I never got her name. From the blur of half-formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. Hi, I need to get into my room. You were so full of her yourself, she probably despises you now. Like everyone else. This is such a great depression simulator. The motel receptionist is a very talkative girl. Her name is Robin Fleming. I mean, I never got that information, but fine. You see yourself lying in the bed in your new motel room, holding your phone next to your right ear.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Interior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Interior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy? Sounds like a legit organization, don't you think? You received a phone call from Percy Rugger, senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. Out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, you have my full attention. Lie to the man straight to his face. You have no shame. You have survived your first session. As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences warps into a single vision, suspended between sleep and waking. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed. Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. I'm sure it'll play fine with the PS5 controller, just like Disco does, right? I'm ready to go home. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little, and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. I'm impulsive. It's just a faulty latch. Let's go already. Lifting the suitcase. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits and a snake's head appears. Lidless eyes fixed on yours. Nice. Once again, simulation of my life. Who doesn't keep snakes in their suitcase? Then, more hisses follow and more snakes emerge, liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. Intellect Devourer in the suitcase? It's not Saito's suitcase. Shut it now! You slam the lid down. The latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses. For now. Got to get rid of the suitcase. Let's shove it under the bed and get out of here. Out of sight, out of mind. As you descend the stairs, midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and you think of everything you left inside the suitcase. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You enter the reception area. No one's here, and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. Can't wait here, it's too hot! Dramatic. On a desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself? Yes, let's get this over with! Fill out the form. Saito's still around, he's just not available to watch streams at this time. Name, date of birth, length of stay. But a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond, spreading across the form as sweat spreads across your shirt. I need to write faster! But the ink is faster yet, and soon it consumes everything you have written. Snatch another form and start over. You slap the new form over the old, but then it's gonna get ink on the butt. You slap the new form over the old one. The blot seeps upward. Your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen, your throat dry. It's no use, just keep writing. You write all the words in black on a completely black paper and sign it in black. Not your fault, after all. You did what you could, and now it's time to leave and find something to drink. Maybe it's ice time. Get out already. The parking lot shimmers in the heat, asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its glass fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press the button. We know that this is an obstreperous vending machine. The machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle comes out. Insert coin, press the button. You drop another coin. Clink, press, hum, still nothing. Insert coin, press the button. The world narrows to the clink of metal, the press of your finger, the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. So now, this is like one thing here in the mind map by itself. The checkout. Dream. You tried to leave this damned motel and all that therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. What does this do? Not enough willpower. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory. It's a prophecy. Dramatic. It is a prophecy! More like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Best forget about it. I just know it's important. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave enough to confront it? I have a total lack of motivation, so no, I'm not. Not yet. some stuff's happening with cars. Hashtag prophecy. You're gonna say Sam's 0 for possible drink night? Sam's 0, huh? That's your guess? Ooh. What if I told you that you're absolutely right? It is Sam 0. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Yeah, because our dreams were so great. Oh, I'm thirsty now. I have a lot of statuses piling up on me. Your head is still spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrollable thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as a dessert. No, a desert. It's as dry as a desert. Most desserts actually aren't that dry. I mean, I'm trying to think of a dessert that's really dry, and it doesn't sound like it would be very good. Status effects modifiers. Some status effects can have a greater impact on your personality. Thirsty, for example, nudges you just 1 point toward the impulsive side, but some other status effects have a much greater influence and in some cases drastically change the personality you defined in character creation. I understand. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool system. So I'm a little more impulsive now. Now I'm impatient because I'm thirsty. That makes sense. That's logical. Your throat is as dry as the desert. No, the desert. Your throat is as dry as the desert. You're parched. Dehydration ensues. Your body is short on liquid assets. Can't focus. +1 impulsive. My phone battery's also not doing great. 1 out of 1 on the new Stream Dreams? Yeah, 1 out of 1. I do still have some cucumber juice, actually. Not cucumber juice, but cucumber water. Which I suppose contains some amount of cucumber juice. Throat is as dry as the dessert, like baked Alaska. Not to be confused with pickle juice. No, that's totally different. It was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. I can't stay in bed because I'm too thirsty. So because I'm thirsty, I'm going to get up and find some water. That's a perfectly normal way to get out of bed. Okay. So I'm thirsty. What if I click on my bed again? Going back to bed is inviting, but the sheets are still sweaty and you are still thirsty. I mean, there's a sink in here, right? I feel like there's a sink in here. Small cup is on the shelf. Thirsty, turn on the tap and drink some water. Wait, I'm not supposed to drink the water. I'm only supposed to drink bottled water. But am I impulsive? Am I too impulsive? No. I shall not drink that water. Tow truck. It's just crashed into that. God damn it! You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even through the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Oh, come on, start, you piece of shit!
Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fink's. This maniac is about to kill somebody! Most likely himself. Come to think of it, could it be that that's exactly what he's trying to do? I'd rather not think about that right now. Right, let's find something to drink. So, I did say I was going to try to do foolish things on purpose, So I guess I should drink the nasty tap water. The nasty ass fish water. Alright, go back in. Go back in. We're drinking the nasty tap water because maybe it'll make us sick or something. So then I can have another terrible condition. Alright, let's drink it. Save. Drink it. Drink it. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills the room as a stream of black water flows out of the old pipe. But somehow... Oh, I just got an achievement. Tap out. That somehow this doesn't surprise you. Instead, it's almost like you expected it to happen. So I can't change my mind and not drink the water because I'm too reckless. Nowadays, everything is supposedly unhealthy. As soon as the first drop of water enters your mouth, the taste of mud and sharp metals overwhelms you. And before you have a chance to stop, it reaches down your throat and into your stomach. Bile starts rising up with the remnants of what meager food you ate today. Do I want to vomit in the sink? The toilet? Or the bathtub? Who the fuck vomits in the bathtub? This is like reading in the... What are y'all doing in your bathrooms, people? The proper place to throw up is in a toilet, but since I'm already too far away, if it's already coming out and I go for the toilet, I'll just end up vomiting on the floor. So logically, I should vomit in the sink. However, I am going for the foolish playthrough, so let's go for the bathtub. Bathtub is the largest and thus the safest target. At last, that horrible, horrible taste of heavy metals and toxic soil is gone, replaced by one of stinging acid and semi-digested food. I know what that feels like. Not nice. But instead of quenching your thirst, you expelled what little liquid you had inside your stomach, making you even weaker and more dehydrated. It may be too late for me. I'm going to die! That is a certainty. That's it? Can I try to drink more? Try to tap again. In a sudden burst of unfounded optimism, you turn the tap on again, but the dark liquid starts pouring out once more. Okay. Guess if you're scared. My sock is still soggy. What did I do with my suitcase? Can't be bothered with rules right now. Too thirsty. Alright. I gotta try to go confront that vending machine. Let's give the dumper a piece of our mind. Nope. Nice, he just put his hood up. Just gonna make sure. Oh! Lightning! You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. My reflexes still work. As well as your heart. It's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use this unwanted excess of adrenaline for, so it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of the empty parking lot. So there's the transformer thing, or whatever it is that he crashed into. The dumpster. Could maybe find a partially... There's an ice machine. Sad and miserable just like you. Okay, what's the story with this? Alright, it's buzzing softly. Okay. Well, let's try the vending machine, which we know that's not going to go well, but... Turn your mouth skyward and drink the rain. See, now you're thinking. Knox is clever. The battered machine seems to be decades old, except for a newly installed, comically large reddish button. Reckless. Press the comically large red button right now. You just have to. With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits out a bottle of water. That's it? Wait, does that mean that water is free here? Let's check the label. It reads, drinking water for the people of Rue Valley, free of charge, courtesy of Coral Destiny. Let's take it. The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand. You can't wait to drain it of the precious fluid. Ice time, ice time. This plastic bag of ice is basically bottled water. True. That is functionally true. I'm gonna kick the machine anyway. You've asserted your physical dominance over a non-sentient being. See, if this was Disco Elysium, I would have, like, taken damage or died from that. Kick it again. You're starting to understand that woman a little better. Perhaps she's not crazy after all. Alright, so I have a bottle of water. I think the ice machine's gonna do me any good, but I want to take a look. Okay, so I have a bottle of water. Obviously what is up with this hose thing? It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. Water is your first desperate thought, but even if the hose was on, you know you wouldn't want to drink what would come out. Alright, should we just drink the water? I mean, drinking the water is the obvious, easy thing to do, but... what if we mess around and do dumb shit instead? What was that? Oh my goodness. Did somebody just drop the bomb? Is this about to turn post-apocalyptic? That would be so cool. Suddenly the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Get away! But you can't run away from the whole sky on fire any better than you can from your own past. Now I have anxious apprehension. Something's terribly wrong, perhaps everything, and it makes you feel tense and paralyzed at the same time. Deep inner turmoil, +2 calculated, +2 sensitive. Oh, I'm hypersensitive now. It'd be dishonest not to admit that it's all your fault. But now my impulsive has gone down from 4 to 2 because these two things are kind of canceling each other out. Anxious apprehension. At least I don't have to face it. Close your eyes. Your eyelids connect, and darkness greets you for a mere second. But as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. How do I stop? That's easy. Simply stop being you. What kind of answer is that? What, suddenly the receptionist? The receptionist says whimsically, emerging from the whirlwind.
You were expecting an old-fashioned tea, weren't you?
What I wasn't expecting is you! The receptionist disappears, and instead the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits in your closed eyelids. I want this to stop! Squeeze your eyelids tighter. Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering. You have no choice. "8 p.m. again. Still didn't drink the..."
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Wait, I'm not thirsty anymore. And I don't have a soggy sock, but I do have anxious apprehension still. Stop the carousel and focus on something else. Surely there's something pleasant to think of, instead of this bushy-eyebrowed psychotherapist and his lame excuse for therapy. Let's think of something sexy. But Dr. Fink only seems to become more real.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm guilt-ridden, so I have to say sorry. Yes, sorry.
It's all right.
He pauses for a moment.
I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now, and will surely be coming back to this condition of yours.
Lack of motivation? That's the least of your worries, while your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending... Wait, did you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your frail attention. For some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and cold sweat appears in your armpits.
At all times, if possible.
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of answer from you. I'm terribly sorry. My mind wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrow. You seem to have had enough talk for today anyway.
He stops and gives you a concerned look.
Mr. Harrow, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
So unwell. Well, you endured the whole session stoically so far, but this one moment of anxiety, it can completely ruin your chances of being sent back home anytime soon. So we need to make an emotional check. Oh, try to act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are, but look at where I'm at on the emotional track. I'm way over here in Crazy Town, so I'm 100% gonna fail this. Too sensitive. You open your mouth with the intention of convincing him that you're fine, but the stress is just too high to control, and it instantly overwhelms you. I'm gonna cry my heart out. I do not wish to be oppressed. For my people. I don't know. Just... Your face wrinkles in spasm and tears burst out of your eyes suddenly, as if a pressurized canister full of ocean water has been ruptured by a stray bullet. Save the tears for when you're thirsty later? Nice.
It's all right to let it out.
You recognize great compassion in his voice. I need to do some porridge, because while ice level is still quite cromulent, porridge level is tapped. It's as dry as a dessert in this cup. I mean, like churros are kind of dry, but they're not totally dry. Like when I eat a churro, I don't think, ooh, dry. Because usually they have some like goop on the inside that's kind of, you know. I guess if you considered a graham cracker a dessert, like a cinnamon graham cracker, That would be dry. And some cookies. Some cookies are quite dry. So you could have a dry dessert if it was like a dry-ass cookie. You want a churro now? Me too. Churros are good. You recognize great compassion in his voice. Gradually, sob by sob, you calm down and your breathing slows down to its usual tempo.
There are tissues on the table if you need them.
Oh, I'm temporarily not reckless because the anxious apprehension is calming me down from being reckless. But I'm still going to wipe my tears using my sleeve like a boss. A real man uses his sleeve.
Feeling a little better?
He smiles.
Good.
He pauses for a moment.
May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
I haven't slept in months!
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight...
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take it.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow.
It's like in between the red pill and the blue pill.
All right then. Now you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
But she's already on the phone, sir. The call is coming from inside the hotel. Thank you. Oh, but now I can mess with stuff in here. Dr. Fink told you to take this pill if you have problems falling asleep later tonight. It'd be too weird to swallow it immediately in front of him. Right. It's 8:04 p.m. That's a weird time to have a therapy appointment. Can't be bothered with the rules.
The exit is behind you. That's the bathroom.
May I use it, please?
Of course.
He doesn't like that. He wanted me to use my own damn restroom. Guess what he's got in here? Some kind of weird magazine. We got a shitter reader. The book's cover is dominated by a stunning redhead. Her face elegantly made up, her dress tight. Shadows gather all around her, but a gun in her hand shows she's ready for any threat. Not to mention that with that décolletage, she's definitely dressed to kill. Oh, it's some kind of like romance mystery novel or something? Cancel 8:04 p.m. appointment. Think he has a toilet knife as well? Quite possibly. Smart people do. You never know. Above the woman, the title Lilith Undercover. Below, the author's name, T.J. Samsom. I would check it out, but I'm not motivated. Toilet literature. A man with eyes red from crying meets your gaze from the other side of the mirror. He looks exactly like you, but somehow doesn't feel like you. What's happening to me? He must have gotten lost in thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. It couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple of minutes ago, but it feels like an hour has passed since. And then the sound of that old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream you can't remember, and this overwhelming tsunami of dread appeared out of nowhere. Oh, I could swallow the purple pill right now. I could calm myself down because of anxious apprehension, but first let's be nosy. Let's see what the doctor keeps in here. Toothpaste, a roll of toilet paper. Wait, you keep toilet paper in the medicine cabinet? What? People don't do that, do they? Do they do that? Maybe they do that at hotels, actually. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not reckless enough right now to do the like a G action. Let's take a few sips of whiskey. Oh, now I'm tipsy. A strong, harsh-tasting liquid fills your mouth. After you swallow it, a dark, nutty, and salty flavor undertone begin emerging. Tipsy. You're not exactly drunk, but it has dulled your anxiety a bit and opened you up to other people, as well as to all kinds of spur-of-the-moment decisions you might regret later. I'm craving another drink. I have +1 to impulsive, +2 to extroverted, +1 to indifferent. So I'm really extroverted now. And I'm reckless again. Let's look at the label. An illustration depicts a stoic armored warrior, icicles clinging to his mustache, as he stares blankly through a bottle clutched in his bare, frozen hand. Below the figure, in a purple, old-fashioned font, it says, Numb Night, Sour Mash. The recipe stays the same. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Okay. Pretty serious. All right, now we're reckless enough to swallow the purple pill with some whiskey. This'll go well. What could go wrong? You put the pill in your mouth, open the bottle, and after one gulp of the strong, harsh-tasting liquid, the purple capsule is inside your stomach. After you swallow it, a dark, nutty, and salty undertone begins to emerge. Let's splash some water on your face to calm yourself down. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills the room as a stream of black water flows out of the old pipe. Instead, it's like you expected it to happen. Oh, so I'm actually gonna splash the black, nasty water on my face. This is a nasty-ass fish moment. Whatever, it's not like I'm going to drink it. As you splash your face, a few droplets enter your nostrils, immediately triggering your gag reflex. But when the feeling passes in a moment, you realize this near-vomit experience has actually helped you ground yourself a bit. So, I don't know that I'm that much grounded, though, because I still seem to... Nasty ass.
Refreshed yourself? Feeling a bit better now?
Much better.
That's good to hear. See you tomorrow, Mr. Harrow.
Bye. There's no scrolling the camera in this game. The camera angle is just fixed and you move around inside it. The source of the clangs is a young woman beating up an old vending machine. For some unknown reason, looking at her makes you even more nervous.
Spit it out already!
She's still wailing on the poor machine and it's driving you crazy. I don't have enough motivation to talk to her. Just get away from her.
Come on, you thief!
Old vending machine.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Alright, let's look in here again, but this time we're not going to get a stinky sock. Okay, that's the same as last time. Okay. So I don't get the option to stomp in the puddle and everything again this time. What if I went this way? The sun still burns as bright as if it was in its zenith, its heat absorbed by the asphalt. Setting off on foot would be as pointless as your dreams. You'll need a car to get anywhere. Okay. I'm tipsy. When I get tipsy, I run. It's just what I do. I'm just a tipsy runner. Let's go see if we can talk to the dumper. After a few moments, Jason Burns opens the door. Yes? Sorry, wrong door. No problem. Can't talk to the dumper.
Come on, you thief.
Okay. Let's go talk to the receptionist. I don't think I'm going to be able to interrupt her calls still, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hogged by the ongoing phone call.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We can't...
Pauses for a second.
Oh, hold on. I have someone on the other line.
Oh, is this the doctor calling her like he said he would? She presses a button on the phone.
Hello, reception. Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
She pauses again and directs her gaze toward you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your crying outburst at the end of the session, Dr. Fink must have just warned the receptionist of your condition. Tipsy! Wink! Of course we're gonna wink. She winks back at you, then smiles as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Continues in the same breath without waiting for your answer.
Everything is in perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
Sorry.
Apology accepted. Okay, let's get you into your room.
Voice is full of enthusiasm.
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything's ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic. Tipsy winker / runner. Yep.
this is your key card.
Thank you. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and is excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Suddenly she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
I'm looking forward to hearing it sometime.
Here,
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the counter.
I'll just need your signature.
I'm tipsy, so I'm gonna draw a stick figure instead.
All right. Thank you.
She barely manages not to laugh.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Is there anything different I can do in here now that I'm tipsy? No. Can I steal the pen? Give me the pen. Take the cheap-looking pen. She either doesn't notice or doesn't care. Nevertheless, the pen is yours. Take the leaflet. Leave.
How can I help you, Mr. Harrow?
Apparently you can't. I'm way beyond your help. Way beyond. Well,
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
he's still messing around there. But I still have a total lack of
Spit it out
motivation.
already.
So, look at the poster again.
Come on, you thief!
Look! This is different! Look at this! Because I'm tipsy, this is not what it said last time. It says Rue Ballet, but now I'm reading it as Rub Wallet. Inspect the illustration. The image on the poster is worn and faded, but you can make out a group of people gathered around a woman who's holding up what appears to be a wallet. You notice that the people's faces are twisted into grotesque expressions of greed and envy. Their eyes are fixed on the woman with the wallet. Oh, man. But I have too much anxious apprehension to examine it. Enough of this nonsense.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Okay. Alright, we know that guy doesn't give it an F. Maybe we can do something with our suitcase now.
Spit it out already!
Try the knob. Push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. Unlock the door and enter. Okay, well, there's the suitcase. All right. Your dusty suitcase, the smallest one you own, is lying on the folded sheets. Even thinking about unpacking right now is making you feel terrified. I literally know that feeling. I know that feeling so well. Anxious apprehension. Why am I afraid of unpacking? Perhaps you're scared of what you might find inside. Or maybe worried that by unpacking you accept that you're going to stay here for some time. They're going to keep me here forever, aren't they? Yes. I like how there was that pause before yes came up. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. This is so me. I'll unpack that in a minute. I'm just going to sit here and do nothing instead. My day-to-day. It's like the one in Dr. Fink's room. As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. All you want to do is sleep, but unnerving restlessness is gnawing at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead wood. Let's just stare at the suitcase. What a pitiful, inert object. It's full of my stuff. Stuff? Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush. Might as well be empty. But it isn't. And it won't ever be without your help. I'm gonna mess with my phone. I'm gonna scroll through my feed. You start scrolling, but every post looks like you've already seen it before. Same old, same old. Close my eyes and hope sleep will come. So I'm gonna sleep in the chair because I can't even be bothered to move the suitcase. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. I'm still tipsy.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
The line crackles audibly as if his voice is reaching across the expanse of time. That's me.
Well, Mr. Harrow, I am so pleased to have finally reached you. My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Yeah, we talked to this guy before. So far, it's the same. My case?
Well, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests. Now, I'm sure you're quite concerned, Mr. Harrow, but don't worry. We're here to help you regain your rights.
Okay, this is what I said last time.
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank
That's
with
what
you.
he said
I
last
mean,
time.
we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it.
So this time I'm arrogant because my extroverted is jacked way up from being tipsy. I'm right.
So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
All right.
Now that's what I like to hear. I'll write down your general consent here and Well,
Okay.
Mr. Harrow.
That was the same as before. The only thing that changed was me saying the arrogant thing. Close my eyes again. As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence. But your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. So we're back to the mind map. And there's a couple new ones here. But has anything changed with these ones? No, that's the same. That's the same. It's the same. It's the same. And that's the same. Now we've got this one. The careless driver, right. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fink's. He's a maniac who's going to kill somebody. Most likely himself. You saw a strange man entering a car and carelessly driving away, but he was in a tow truck, wasn't he? When did this happen? This evening, but later. How about this one? Suddenly the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety engulfs you. Get away! But you can't run away from the whole sky being on fire any better than you can from your own past. So we had the fiery sky, the night sky turned blood red, and an infinite scream passed through everything. That sounds pretty serious. Nothing happened afterwards. Nothing after, but everything again. And what's this one? The loudest thunder. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart. It's racing from the sudden shock. The loudest peal of thunder you've ever heard rings out as lightning strikes the motel. The meaning of what you've just experienced is still hard to grasp. Is this some weird déjà vu? The memories seem so real, and yet these things clearly never happened. Have you actually gone completely mad, and they were right to send you to Dr. Fink? What if the careless driver really does show up? What if lightning actually strikes the motel and the night sky turns red? So, intentions. The combination of several specific memories can create an idea. And with enough inspiration or willpower points, what the fuck is willpower? You can turn that idea into an intention. Intention opens new dialogue options that will lead you through the journey of completing that intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Interesting. Oh, so some of these are like connected now. So the careless driver, the loudest thunder, and the fiery sky are now connected with this. This must be the intention. Memory or fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you imagine events so specific? Hold to commit. I think it's the only thing I can do. Like, we're still kind of in tutorial mode here, where they're like, and now you have to do this, because it's the next thing to do. So I think I don't have any choice but to do this. Not enough willpower. You want to get up and find out if these strange memories will all play out in reality, or if it is all but the fever dream of a lunatic. Why is this game just literally my actual life? Yet, you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you ever even had these weird visions. To forget about being here. To forget about the incident. But I can't snap out of this nauseating apathy and get up because I have a total lack of motivation. Still. Stay in the armchair forever. Yes. I'm just playing as myself. Seconds feel like minutes, and minutes like hours. I'm too anxious, I'm too unmotivated. Just close my eyes again. No, it's not by the same maker as Disco, but it's heavily inspired by it, obviously. Close your eyes again. As soon as you close your eyes, the images return again, each one chasing another. But gradually your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you. Oh, we're definitely going to be dramatic. No turmoil! Oh, I got rid of anxious apprehension. Nice. Was it the purple pill? Or was it the numb night? Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Embrace the sweet relief. Like a leaf on the wind, you're tossed this way and that. Let me guess, 8 o'clock? Oh, what's this now? But what is this? A tiny spark of light seems to have taken root deep inside you. It must have broken away from that mighty forked bolt of the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier? Oh, the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. And there's the lightning. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. Oh, I'm no longer ultra unmotivated. I gained an inspiration, whatever that is. My intention was updated. You can use these inspiration points in the mind map to turn ideas into intentions. So inspiration and willpower are the same thing? It's confusing. To get inspired, you need to explore and experience something new, no matter how insignificant it seems. But unlike real willpower, inspiration is a fickle thing. Once spent, it's gone for good. This speck of energy, now fully grown, is pulsing in your chest. You remember the feeling. And as you finally recognize what it is, your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattered. Don't look at the sky. Anything happening? I guess it wants me to click on this. Oh, we're back to my mind map. So now my actual brain is in my inventory. So this thing has been updated. Maybe you could use that spark of inspiration and investigate. Or does it show how much inspiration I have? Do you think that's what this dot is? Yup. A fleeting spark of mental energy. It can ignite a nascent idea into action, but is extinguished forever in the act. So there's a finite number of these. So you're not going to be able to pursue every possible idea, I'm assuming, in the playthrough. Intention acquired. Investigate strange occurrences. The loudest of thunders happened as you foresaw. So, are the other strange visions real too? Did the careless driver visit the motel while you were sleeping? Will the sky really turn red? You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be set ablaze. You need to see if everything will happen again, and if it does, you need to remember. Okay, investigate strange occurrences. It has a dot applied to it now. Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select them to see more details about how to complete them. Choosing an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. Okay. Can I mess with the suitcase now? Somehow the suitcase seems less important now. No time to read this. You really need to figure out what's really going on. But before I do, let's mess with the sink. Okay, nothing with the sink. So I need to go outside and investigate this situation. But I think that's going to happen in our next episode. Because that's going to do it for now. Not the longest of streams, right? Only how long are we streaming? It's impossible to determine. About 2.5 hours. But I'm into this, so I would like to continue streaming it. So you're likely to see me tomorrow streaming. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Rue Valley.